Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about, well, this, from Pcgamer. Yeah, I used to be a big fan of Pcgamer back in the mid-2000s, at the beginning of the 2000s, the beginning of the noughties. They used to be a very good magazine, and I loved their stuff. Today I wouldn't even pay a cent for their magazine or content. They are that bad today. How the mighty have fallen. Anyway, from Pcgamer, world's biggest mod site bans pronoun-removing Starfield mod. We stand for diversity and inclusion. Yeah. You definitely tend to ban anything like that, but once it reverses and does the exact same thing, you guys don't ban it. For instance, multiple mods in which they replace our white people with black people, fine. Multiple mods in which it replaces our American flags with the rainbow flag. All fine by these people, even though the American flag represents way more people than the rainbow flag. But, yeah. They are a bunch of fucking hypocrites. But here we go, as an example of very bad journalism. Hello again, paradox of tolerance, my old friends. Yeah, the guy here is quite literally misquoting the paradox of tolerance. He's probably going based on a meme that you are very familiar here. I think I have already seen this. The one on the left, you can see here the paradox of tolerance by philosopher Karl Popper. Should a tolerant society tolerate intolerance? You want more tolerance? Respect my ideas. The answer is no. It's a paradox, but unlimited tolerance can lead to extinction of tolerance. When we extend tolerance to those who are openly intolerant, let's give them a chance. The tolerant ones end up being destroyed and intolerance with them. Any movement that preaches intolerance and persecution must be outside of the law. As paradoxical as it may seem, defending tolerance requires not tolerate the intolerant. That says the old meme. And then you have the other one that, oh my god, it's just not like that. When they throw a temper tantrum, you can pretty much and easily switch all of that. Replace the tiki torch wearing guy with garbage bag. Replace the idiots here with a certain demographic that I cannot say, and then you have basically the same thing, but they will then accuse you of being wrong. But this meme can be easily debunked by actually quoting the next bit. Here it is, the continuation that they decided not to quite add into the meme. Unlimited tolerance must lead to the disappearance of tolerance. I do not imply that we should always suppress the utterance of intolerance. And then it shows here the example. A black guy and a blonde fat guy with the symbol of communism against it. You want more tolerance? Respect my ideas, says the Antifa idiot. As long as we can counter them by rational argument and keep them in check by public opinion, suppression would certainly be unwise. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And suppression of a mod because it takes out the goddamn retarded pronouns in a goddamn fucking retarded game in which it's riddled with lackluster stuff is being stupid, is being intolerant, and it's going literally against what Karl Popper said. And as you can see here, multiple evidence of it all. We should claim the right to suppress them with force if they reject the argument, because they may choose to answer arguments by the use of their fists or pistols. And then you see Antifa in violent protests where they literally burned multiple cities. Well, not the entire city, as some like to try to discredit the claim, but when you say they burn cities, it means they actually did burn parts of a city. But if you doubt me, go check out Paradox of Intolerance Wikipedia article. Here it is, the entire quote. In this formulation, I do not imply, for instance, that we should always suppress the utterance of intolerant philosophies as long as we can counter them by rational argument and keep them in check by public opinion. Suppression will certainly be most unwise. See? I'm not lying. There it is. But we are dealing with leftist logic here. They don't have much. You know that, right? Well, anyway, here it is, the article that I'm going to complain about. The idiot here tries to inform you of what happened. It's not all creativity and wonder, however. Someone made a mod that removed the option to select your character's pronouns from Starfield's character creator and uploaded it to Parler mod, the hosting site hub, and access mods, which then deleted. Yeah, the character's pronoun. Something so not important, not even a tiny little bit of importance, and yet they do all of this. Such not an important thing that it seems to be very important. This is kind of like Schrodinger's pronouns. It's both important, very extremely important, and also not important, depending on the argument. Leftists tend to use a lot of emotions. They tend to base and use their attacks on you based on emotions. They try to appeal to an emotional side, while logical assumptions are thrown out the window. So, for instance, in this case, it's emotional side. Because that way they can use both the pronouns being important and not important. Because these people are too emotional, are too weak to actually have a proper argument, a proper logical conclusion. That's why when you point them out how wrong they are in their hypocrisy, you point out the hypocrisy and tell them, look, this is hypocritical. You're doing the same exact thing that you just announced a little moment ago. They'll say, no, it's totally fine when I do it. That's why we do the parenthesis T. It's different when they do it. Pretty much the same thing. So, here it is, an example of bad journalism, the one that I am actually going to nag about. We all know Nexus Mod is a goddamn fucking shit website. It's retarded. And I wish we had a good competitor for it, but alas, we do not. And anyway, let's read this paragraph, the one that I came here to argue about. But before I go on, here's the trailer. I'm back, baby. Right, so let's go talk about this. Let me read it first, and then I'll point out how absurd bad journalism this is. Even if you play Starfield, you might not remember it even has the option to change your character's default pronouns. See? Not important. It's a low-key choice that only gets brought up as you finalize your character. Once again, he's claiming not important. And yet, it's been the subject of bizarre rants like streamer Heelvsbabyface screaming, quote, "Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Well, guess what? Fucking pronouns!" As well as Steam forums complain like, quote, "It was disheartening to see that Starfield, a game I had eagerly anticipated, had incorporated woke elements that detracted from the immersive experience," end quote. And now, the entire article tries to act as if it's very important. Why do I say that? Well, pretty much this. Deleted all single comments and made the comment impossible to comment on. Comments and reactions for this thread are now closed. But, sorry about that. But the biggest problem here is the article it links to on the video. Here says Heelvsbabyface, and if you click, it goes directly to a fucking retard called Hassan. And here is what the idiot says. It's weird British guy losing his mind over selecting pronouns and Starfield. This is the perfect demonstration of why we must bring back lobotomies. Yeah, as puts it quite succinctly. Yeah, let's bring back lobotomies, but I'm pretty sure we would not be able to do that on Hassan because he has no brain. As I so succinctly put, the silverback gorilla is awesome ass. I don't understand the hate he's receiving because of this, but anyway, it's definitely a good example of hypocrisy, of absurdity, especially from bad journalism. He should not have linked the goddamn fucking Twitter or tweet from Hassan. He should have linked to the actual video that Ass did. I think it's the second or third stream. It may actually be the first one, but it's one of the first ones he did where this happened. He should have linked in its entirety. You will see the entire argument, and it's actually quite succinctly made. It's a little bit long, maybe 10 minutes of rant, but it was well made with all the points because pronouns is a good example. It's kind of like the canary. It shows you, or the evidence that the goddamn fucking woke retardness is in there. You also have body type in games right now because people are retarded. Women have been relegated to body type too. It's just not woman or female anymore. Just like males, body type 1. Hey, that's why we are superior. We are then definitely number 1 body right now. I wonder how long it's going to take. Right? Well, it's absolutely retarded shit that we keep on seeing here. It's absurd. But Pcgamer, I expected more of you. I expected way more of you than to link to this goddamn fucking retard here. Instead of actually linking to the entire video of Ass with a timestamp for everybody to go and check and take their conclusions and their opinions by themselves. But that's what it is with goddamn fucking retarded nonsensical bullshit when you're dealing with the goddamn fucking retarded left. They do not want you to make up your own opinion. They need you to follow the horde, to follow the crowd, and not to have an independent thought. If you have an independent thought, you're going to get cancelled. That's the problem. That's why he linked to Hassan here, who is quite literally afraid to play Hogwarts Legacy, otherwise he gets cancelled by his own retarded following. The same guy who said, well, the 9/11 thing that we all know about. Well, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and remember, fuck you, YouTube, with the big, gigantic, black dildo.